Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this lecture I am going to discuss about problem on Z transform. Let a signal xn equal to 2, 4, 5 and 8. It is discrete signal, and if we put arrow here, we know that it shows x0, it will be x1, it is x2 and it will be x minus 1. Now we have to find Z transform of xn. We know the formula of Z transform is xz equal to xn z to the power minus n equal to minus infinity to infinity. If we expand this summation, then we will get x minus 1 z to the power 1 plus x0 z to the power 0 plus x1 z to the power minus 1. It will goes to infinity and it is to minus infinity. This is the formula of Z transform. Then we have to find Z transform of the given signal xn. Then its Z transform xz will be, if we put x minus 1 in this formula, then we will get 2 z to the power 1 plus x0 will be 4 into z to the power 0 plus x1 will be 5 into z to the power minus 1, and another term is x2 is 8 z to the power minus 2, and all rest term are 0, so its Z transform will be this term. Now if we want to go for next problem, let xn equal to a to the power n un, and we have to find Z transform of this signal. We know Z transform of xn is xn z to the power minus n equal to minus infinity to infinity. If we put the value of xn here, then we will get un z to the power minus n equal to minus infinity to infinity, and we know that un only lies in right hand side and its limit becomes n equal to 0 to infinity a to the power n z to the power minus n. Then its summation becomes like that, a and z to the power n. Here this term goes in denominator, and this summation, if we expand this summation, then we will get, if we put n equal to 0 here, n equal to 1 here, n equal to 2 here, like that, and it becomes 1 plus a by z plus a by z to the power whole square. And we know that here common ratio of this GP is a by z, second term divided by first term, a by z divided by 1 will be a by z. Then its summation of this GP will be a, here a is 1 minus r, here r is a by z, and its limit will be a by z should be less than 1. That is, if we rearrange this term, then we will get z divided by z minus a, where modulus of z should be greater than modulus of a. Here how we draw this Z transform in complex plane. Real part of Z imaginary part of z, and if we draw in complex plane, then if this radius will be a and a is greater than 0, let a is greater than 0, and this radius will be a, then its ROC of this z transform will be exterior part of this circle. This will be the ROC of this z transform. That ROC does not include the radius and inner part of this radius. Only exterior part of this radius will be its ROC. Now in this lecture we are going to discuss another problem. Let xn equal to minus b to the power n u minus n minus 1, and we have to find z transform of this signal. Then xz will be minus b to the power n u minus n minus 1, and this is the signal, and its limit is n equal to minus infinity to infinity and z to the power minus n. Then we have to consider about this signal. We have to find graph of this signal. We know that u minus n will be the signal lies in left hand side of this axis. It will be minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 to minus infinity, and its amplitude will be 1. This is u minus n minus 1. So its summation becomes xz will be, its limit be from minus infinity, its limit from n equal to minus infinity to minus 1. Its upper limit is minus 1 and lower limit is minus infinity. Then it become b minus n, and its amplitude during this limit is 1, so it becomes 1 and it will be z to the power minus n. Now if we put minus outside, then its summation becomes n equal to minus infinity to minus n, and it will be z by b to the power minus n. Now if we reverse this summation, then we will get n equal to 1 to infinity, then we will get z by b to the power n. We have to put minus n in place of n, then we will get here plus n. Now we have to find summation of this signal. Here limit is from 1 to infinity. Now we can expand this limit z by b plus z by b to the power whole square to infinity, and we have to find the sum of this signal. We know sum of this signal will be first term z by b divided by 1 minus r z by b. Here r should be z by b, modulus of z by b should be less than 1. That is, modulus of z should be less than b. And if we rearrange this term also, then we will get minus of z by b minus z, that is z by z minus b. Now we rearrange this term like that. Xz will be z by z minus b. Here modulus of z should be less than equal to b. This will be z transform of the given signal. Now if we draw its ROC, if we find its ROC, here it is complex plane, it is real part and it is imaginary part of Z, real part of Z and imaginary part of Z. And if we draw a circle of radius B, then its ROC will be exterior part of, its ROC will be interior part of this circle. Here we can see that modulus of Z should be less than B. So its ROC will be interior part of this circle, that does not include that periphery of the circle. That is the ROC of Z. Its ROC does not include exterior part of this circle. This will not the part of ROC. ROC has only this part only. This is inside the circle. So we can see that here ROC is inside part of the circle, and in previous problem ROC will be outer part of the circle. Now if we have to find Z transform of this signal, here it is combination of these two signal that we have find already Z transform of this signal individually. Then Z transform of xz, if this is x1n and this will be x2n, then we know by linearity property its Z transform will be x1z plus x2z. If its ROC will match a certain condition, here x1z will be, if we recall previous problem, z to the power z by z minus 1. Here ROC will be modulus of z should be greater than 1, and here ROC x2z will be z by z minus b. Here ROC will be modulus of z should be less than b. Now if we draw its graph, it is real part of z, and if it is imaginary part of z, then if we put ROC here, modulus of z, here it is b, and if it is a, it is a, and if we put certain condition where b is less than a, and here it is ROC of x2z, where here ROC of x1z where a is greater than b, then we can see that it has no intersection part. Here ROC is inside the circle and here ROC is outside the circle, so there is no intersection part between these signals. So it's in this condition Z transform will not exist. So when Z transform exists, Z transform only exists when A should be less than B. When A should be less than B, then in this case this is the ROC of Z transform exterior part of this circle. Here it will be A, and here it will be B, and its ROC will be inner part of this circle. So its intersection ROC will be this one. One signal says that its ROC will be exterior part of the circle, that is greater than A, and another signal tells that its ROC is the interior part of the circle, that is ROC should be less than B. So its intersection will be this one. This one will be only ROC of the given signal. So we can write mathematically like that modulus of Z should be greater than A and less than B. If we put modulus here, then this will be the ROC of the given signal. And its Z transform only find in this condition. In this condition we cannot find Z transform of the signal.